We're live from Los Angeles. Now, this is not the official return to Dime Dropper because I don't got a mic and I'm sitting on my bed. So this is not ideal, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And we have the craziest trade in NBA history to talk about right now. The craziest trade in NBA history. Luka Doncic traded to your Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick. I haven't watched a Laker game in weeks. I haven't watched a Laker game besides against the Clippers since my house burned. This is beyond imagination. Beyond imagination. I saw a notification. I saw one of my friends texted me in one of our group chats, and we don't really talk basketball in there like that. And he said, "Is this trade real, guys?" I said, "What the hell is he talking about?" So I'm like, I just got to go to Twitter. I'll find out on Twitter what he's talking about. And yeah, I see the most shocking thing ever. Of course, I'm looking at Shams and saying, is that his real page? Is that a fake Shams account? And it was real. The Mavs are trading Luka. Now, I know this is an LA-centric channel, so we're obviously going to go deep into the Lakers' perspective of things. But my first thought, what the fuck is Dallas doing? What the fuck is Dallas doing? We, as Clipper fans, right? I'm a Clipper fan for anybody watching this video, right? Born and raised in LA. We've had 3 wars with this guy. Wars. And let me tell you something about Luka. I got a lot of issues with some of the things he does. How he complains incessantly, heliocentric style, doesn't move without the ball, and doesn't give a shit about defense half the time. But he is a one-of-one offensive engine. He is one of the special guys. At 21 years old, 22 years old, pushing the Clippers with 2 stars to the brink with nobody on his team that's a star. Porzingis injured. You know how it went. That wasn't a great experiment with Porzingis over in Dallas. You get Kyrie Irving over there. You make it to the finals. And then you trade him? The Mavericks gave up their whole franchise. What the fuck is going on? I've never seen anything like this in my life, ever. I've never seen a franchise give up on a star player like this. So I'm thinking to myself, what are they thinking? They can't be thinking at all. There's no explanation. So there has to be more to this story. That's what I'm telling everybody. There has to be more to this because it doesn't make any sense. They're saying the conditioning. Okay, look, I know Luka's a little bit of a fat ass. He's a little lazy, but it doesn't matter. He is one of those players where you ignore all the bad, say he's 25, he's already taken us to the finals, he's on pace to be at the worst, the second greatest Mav ever. He probably already is the second greatest Mav ever, even after this Maverick career ended tonight. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The Dallas Mavericks really just gave up their whole franchise. So, it's funny, people are asking me, how do you feel as a Clipper fan? Honestly, it means nothing because in the short term, the Lakers weren't winning the title this year, and the Mavericks weren't winning the title this year, in my strong opinion. There's no facts behind that. That's my opinion. But now neither of them are going to win the title this year. But I will say this, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, with the role players of the Mavericks, that's a pretty good team. But we're talking about a title. The Dallas Mavericks title window is closed. I think Anthony Davis is a great player, but now we're really going to see how close can he be to being the best player on a championship team because now he's a clear 1A, and he's got a second option in Kyrie Irving that won a championship with with LeBron. But to me, this is a second-round team. Klay Thompson will be fun around him. They still have Derek Lively. Now, the question is, are the Mavericks done? Do they make another move? Do they try to get Jimmy Butler with maybe like Jaden Hardy, Derek Lively, someone else? I think the pairing of a guard and a big in Kyrie and Anthony Davis is I like the pairing of guard and big over what Kyrie and Luka, but you're talking about the arguably the greatest scoring backcourt in the game's history in Kyrie and Luka, a team that made it to the finals. It's not easy to make it to the finals. So for people to say, oh well, their defense got better and all this stuff. Look, I'm a defense guy. I'm always about defense, and I love Anthony Davis in terms of the way he plays basketball. He's such a great player, but you're definitely not upgrading your title chances trading Luka. I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. The Dallas Mavericks, for them to come out and say, oh, it was conditioning and all this stuff, you guys are on crack. Somebody needs to be fired tomorrow. The ownership needs to be questioned completely. How much did Mark Cuban have a say in all this? I don't know. The Dallas Mavericks have never done some stupid shit like this. This is insane. Even NBA players are wondering if this is fake or if Shams got hacked. It's outrageous. It's insane. Let's read the full details of the trade. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris, coming back to the Lakers, for AD, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Utah's included in that deal. There's some second-rounders flying around. 1 first-round pick and Anthony Davis. I mean, it is technically peak Anthony Davis, but for how many more years? You know what I mean? For a top 4 player in the league, to me at worst. I got Giannis over him. I got Jokic over him. I mean, people are starting to talk about SGA, but SGA is not proven as much as Luka right now in his NBA career. And then, of course, what is it? Giannis, Jokic. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anybody? Who's the other guy I'm forgetting? I guess it's Luka. I guess Luka's the 3rd best player in the NBA to me. So you're giving up the 3rd best player in the league. I mean, I think Jason Tatum's really good as well, and I think he doesn't get enough credit there. But you're giving up, at worst, a top 4 player in the league for Anthony Davis. And I think maybe their plan is to go with the Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving kind of deal. Maybe a big 3. But I don't know. For them to say we want a defensive identity and all that, that's cool and all. I think, defensive identities are important. But Luka Doncic, it's you can't replace that. Now, and that's looking at it from the Lakers' perspective now. I first of all want to just say I feel horrible for Anthony Davis and Luka. As much as I think Luka's a whiner and stuff like that, he was majorly betrayed like few players have ever been betrayed by a franchise. Luka Doncic was supposed to be Dirk Nowitzki's successor, this next European superstar, and they literally traded him. They literally gave him up. I mean, they gave up on him. They gave up on Luka Doncic. And then you have the Lakers side of things. So you make your team worse in the short term. I mean, Luka Doncic and LeBron James, I've always compared Luka in terms of the way he wants to run offenses to LeBron James at his heliocentric apex, meaning that Luka Doncic wants to control things and create every shot. He's got that size where he can get any shot he wants. He can really get 2 feet in the paint, and he can pick out any pass. The difference between Luka and LeBron, though, is LeBron's defense in his prime is way better, but they still have, this kind of, heliocentric nature. So for them to play together now is so weird. I've never seen a weirder pairing in NBA history than this. But Luka Doncic and LeBron with no other star, I think it'll be fine in terms of they'll still create a ton of good shots. It'll be very take-turnsy. I just don't know where Austin Reeves fits into the equation. But when you look at what the Lakers did, you stripped away one of the best duos in the NBA that was playing good basketball, despite the fact that I haven't been watching the last couple of weeks. They've been playing good basketball, and you essentially say, you know what? We're not going to win the title this year. We got to take this opportunity to go with a long-term move, because you know what? Because let me just tell you this. If the Lakers really thought they could win a title with Anthony Davis and LeBron still, they would have kept him. And they wouldn't have made a risk, traded AD like this, because this goes away from what the Lakers are all about. The Lakers have always been about taking care of their stars. Watching Kobe ride out into the sunset, even if it meant overpaying a broken version of him and not competing. Magic Johnson, he got to come back, and he had his final year with the Lakers and got his grand send-off. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he got his great send-off. James Worthy, retired a Laker. Everybody's talking about, well, LeBron James is going to retire a Laker because the Lakers aren't going to just throw him away, because that's their plea for getting future stars. Anthony Davis getting traded like that, I mean, it's fucked. It's really fucked by Rob Pelinka and crew. But here's the thing. If Luka Doncic is on the table, you got to do it. And let me just say this to all my Laker fans out there. I know a lot are going to watch this video. And you know that even though I'm a Clipper fan, I try to keep it a buck. I've been saying since 2020, honestly, since the Solomon Hill injury, I don't think the Lakers can win a championship with AD and LeBron anymore. I think that LeBron is no longer that guy in terms of being the best player on a championship team. And Anthony Davis, I'm still on the fence about. His offensive creation for a number one option is still a little bit suspect at high levels. I think it was good last year, but they're taking up a lot of the salary cap. You didn't get enough from D'Lo last year in the playoffs. But ultimately, like, LeBron is 40. No, but okay, I see his comment about Shaquille O'Neal. Guys, Kobe and Shaq had a feud. Like, that, they had to choose what direction they went with there. You know, AD and LeBron are like boys. Like, you know what's funny too is, you know, we always talk about LeBron and LeGM and all this stuff, but this was for sure not a LeBron move. I mean, there's just no way that he thinks that the basketball fit is good or not better than him and AD. But, you know, people are talking about, is LeBron going to still be on the Lakers? Like, is there any point for him to stay around? Because this is clearly a move for the future. So my takeaway is this, if you're a Laker fan. I don't think you're going to win a championship this year, man. Guys, I know what Shams reported about LeBron not knowing. I just don't believe everything that's reported out of LeBron's camp. Because guys, you should see how close Rob Pelinka and Shams and, like, Shams is with LeBron's family. Like, when I was at Galen Center during Bronny's first game, he went over and sat with them for like 30 minutes on some like we're cool type shit. So I'm saying that I feel as though, just based on what I know about everything in terms of the history of LeBron James and the Lakers and whatnot, that this was not a LeBron move. And if you're the Lakers and you're admitting that, you know what, this duo can't win anymore, I don't think they're one or two moves away. See, the thing is, all these Laker fans think they're one or two moves away. I don't think so, because is that one or two moves away going to make Anthony Davis be that dude in the playoffs at the highest level? Because you're relying on LeBron to close out all these games, you know, at 40 years old. That's not realistic to win a championship. You need to remember what it's like to win a championship. Go back and realize who has led you to that. Who has led you to that? Players at their peaks. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had Jerry West at his peak, you know, with Wilt Chamberlain. You had a big three. You had Gail Goodrich. You had Magic in his prime, Kareem in his prime, Kobe and Shaq in their prime. You don't just win with this. And Anthony Davis has not proven it. But I get it. Like, as a Laker fan, you know, you wanted to see him try. But now the Laker faithful, or the front office, I should say, said, you know what? I'm not, you know, this duo, it's probably not going to win. But the Mavericks are trying to trade Luka. So, yeah, let's do it. So now here's what I think is going to happen. This year for the Lakers is kind of chalked. You might win a first-round series because Luka and LeBron might, like, go off. But this is not a championship team. You have no defense. You have no interior presence. You traded away Max Christie, who was playing really well after, you know, that stretch where he worked his way into the rotation. Without Anthony Davis, this team's defense is fucking dog shit. I don't care what numbers you put up. Let's see how Luka's not going to help their defense, and Luka's out for a little bit. So this year the Lakers got worse. This is a short-term loss, but here's what I think is going to happen. Next year is going to be LeBron's final season. Year 23, he's going to have played more seasons than anyone, and it's going to be like, you know, symbolic. He played basketball because he wanted to be like Michael Jordan, and now he had his own legacy, 23 years in the NBA, number 23. He's going to ride off into the sunset. Rob Pelinka is going to try to get him one last chance at a title with Luka, and then I don't think it's going to win, but then you have Luka Doncic in his prime as a Laker for the rest of his career. I mean, come on. That's a win. This is a win for the Lakers. No matter how you slice it, you got Luka Doncic for his prime. And how do I feel about it as a Clipper fan? See, everybody needs to remember, I don't even hate the Lakers. I just fucking hate LeBron stans. So this is one step closer for LeBron to be out of LA, which is going to make me so happy. And it's going to really change my body language when I talk about the Lakers. My analysis won't change because I think I keep it fair. But, like, I will not be a hater of the Lakers and say I want them to lose every game. Also, you know what? If JJ Redick is still their coach, I'm going to want them to lose every game because I'm not a fan. But you take away JJ, you take away LeBron, I don't care if the Lakers win. I'd rather them not because I have to hear about it. But I don't care. I would rather them be, my dream is like the Clippers the number 1 seed and the Lakers like the 7th seed. You know what I mean? That's my dream. Which I know my uncle is like the inverse for the Lakers. So it's a win for the Lakers. In the short term, look, anybody that was, you know, holding out hope for this season, if you're a LeBron fan, are you happy? That's an interesting thing. Not like I give a fuck about them, but should they be happy about this? I think No, I don't think so. I think it's a weird fit, and it's clearly about post LeBron. Now, the question is, does LeBron try to go to Golden State? How does LeBron feel about this? Does LeBron just suck it up and say, well, I'm still playing with Luka. This is going to be a crazy experiment for me? Or does he say, you know what? I'm just going to go to Golden State? Yo, Phoenix Gen Z, man, talking about my boy Shub. Now, he's anything but a closeted LeBron fan. If anything, he's a closeted Kobe. He's not even a closeted Kobe fan. He's just a Southern California guy that grew up in around my time, and he likes he loves Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a LeBron stan at all. I think if you're a Laker fan, you're feeling a lot of emotions in different ways, right? Like Luka Doncic is Luka Doncic, and but you lost AD, right? So like, let's talk about AD's tenure as a Laker real quick. Can't believe it's over. Like, I can't believe this happened. This is the most shocking trade in the history of the league. I think Kawhi Leonard, the Paul George trade was shocking because like it was a double whammy with the Kawhi news and Paul George being traded on top of that. But like, this is insane because no one in their wildest imagination thought Luka Doncic could get traded. So now you have Anthony Davis. He played, damn, it was just 5.5 years. 5.5 years as a Laker. Pau Gasol played 6.5 years. So 1 full year. Yeah. Pau Gasol played 6.5 years. Anthony Davis played 5.5 years, but Anthony Davis had shortened seasons. No way is he a better Laker than Pau Gasol. Is that conversation over? It should never have been started. Actually, no, it should have been started because Anthony Davis, to me, 2020 Anthony Davis, no Pau Gasol was ever better than that, but Pau's a better Laker. I still think AD should get his number retired, though. He was a great Laker for the time he was here. 2022 was a shitty season. 2021 was an injury-prone season, but 2020 was amazing. 2023 was really good to close the year and in the playoffs, and 2024 was his second best year as a Laker. He was awesome. Arguably number 1 year as a Laker, but I think it was his second best because, 1A, 1B on a championship team doesn't get much better than that. I mean, he was killing it this year. I mean, to start the season, he was averaging 30. And then Luka, I mean, second best Mav of all time. Can't believe they did that. 6.5 years. Wow. Max Christie to Dallas. It doesn't even matter. By the way, so Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, that should be fun to watch. But like Luka and LeBron, I can't believe the Lakers got Luka. That's going to be so weird. Luka in LA. We're going to be covering Luka every night on Dime Dropper. Luka and Harden in LA. What is happening? Dude, if you would have told me my house would have burned down and Luka Doncic be on the Lakers in 2025, I would have been like, yeah, fucking right. Like, I don't even know which one I would have thought was more likely. I think I would have told you my house burning down was more likely than fucking Luka on the Lakers, for real. How? And yet, no, listen, I'm going to just say this. If you're a Laker fan, what gets you closer to banner 18? I think this does. It's not going to happen this year, but you are now the team that's seeing if Luka can win a title. I hate the way Luka plays in terms of the heliocentric, the ball dominance. I hate it. And now I have to watch it. And I'm going to gladly watch it just to see Luka's journey now in the Lakers. The fact that we get to be a part as Angelinos get to watch Luka Doncic's journey in NBA history on a nightly basis is going to be special. I definitely appreciate the 5.5 years I got to watch Anthony Davis. I think that was amazing as an LA sports fan. So yeah, I will always cherish that. Just like I cherish Pau Gasol, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, of course, Kobe Bryant, all the greats. But Anthony Davis had a special ride. But yeah, what a night. I'll be back soon, guys. I'm still building. I have my middle school season's ending this week, so I've been going all out for that. So I will get a mic. I just had to go live in some capacity for this because this is the biggest trade ever in Dime Dropper history and NBA history. There's been some big trades. We're gonna be covering Luka every night, guys. We're not covering AD anymore on Dime Dropper anymore. This is insane. Yeah, what's next? Phoenix Gen Z. What's next? Fox, Jimmy Butler. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. If the Clippers are healthy, I think we're better than both these teams. And no, I don't have a permanent residence yet. Wow. Is LeBron still going to be a Laker in a couple of weeks? Is he going to? It's going to be interesting to see what he wants. I think the Lakers organization is prepared if LeBron wants out to be like, fine, we'll just trade LeBron, be the first team ever to do it, and we'll get a haul for him. and then we'll rebuild around Luka. I don't think the Mavs or the Lakers can beat the Clippers this year. For the questions that are asking about that, I don't think so. If we're healthy, but that's another conversation. The Clipper conversation is a whole different entity, and that's about Kawhi being healthy. And I don't know about that, but no, LeBron would be the Warriors. I think that's the only place LeBron would go. Or if you I don't think Cleveland would make any move to get LeBron back. With the way they're playing. But anyway, yeah. By the way, guys, mark my words. OKC or Boston is winning the championship this year. I don't know if they're going to both be in the finals, but one of them is winning the title. You can bookmark it. You can quote me. It's going to happen. All right? I don't know what to say, guys. That's going to be the end of tonight's live. 20 minutes will be good. I think a lot of people will view this video. It's a crazy video. LA sports fan all the way. I am not a Laker fan, but it's what a night. A night we'll never forget. Luka Doncic is a fucking Laker, and Anthony Davis is no longer a Laker. He's on the Mavs now. The Mavs literally gave up on Luka. They're a joke. Nico Harrison's a joke. Their entire ownership group is a joke. They are clowns. They're absolute clowns. I can't believe how Dallas fans must be feeling right now. Shout out to my man Nick Engstedt, Locked On Mavs. Shout out to SJ. Shout out to, who else did I have? Bibbs. All the Mavs. Those are the Mavs fans I had on my channel. So shout out to all you guys, man. I don't know what to say. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night. I'll be back soon. I promise.